one of your clients bought you an iPhone? You post online. What does that mean? When was the first time you've been raped?
The first week I was out here, Tom Hunter, I was getting raped by 3 guys.
Who, you?
You're not humble till you've ate out of a dumpster. I had to shave your face in a public restroom toilet. I slept behind a dumpster under cardboard.
Hey, this is Ask Pharmacist Tish, and I am in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting today?
My name is Hope.
Hey, Hope. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, Hope, where are you born and raised?
Concord, North Carolina.
Okay, Concord, North Carolina. So you're from the Charlotte area, or that area. Okay. And are you homeless at the moment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you been homeless for?
About a year now.
A year? And what happened?
Drugs. Mostly because of drugs.
How old were you when you started using drugs?
I was a freshman in high school. So I don't even know how old that is.
How old are you now, approximately?
I'm 28 now.
Okay, so you're young.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So how was your childhood?
My childhood was great.
Okay. Brothers and sisters, mom and dad in the home, all that good stuff?
Yes, I have one younger brother, and I have a stepsister. But parents divorced when I was 5.
Okay. How did that affect you?
Father gets along with my brother, but me and him just don't, get along.
Why is that?
I am transgender.
Okay, transgender.
So
okay.
He throughout the years he tried to accept it on and off as best he could. I guess.
So let me tell you. So tell me this: when did you realize that you want to, live your truth?
I mean, I never really could hide who I was.
Ever since you were in kindergarten.
When I started walking in my mom's high heels.
Okay.
Like my mom would tell me to go pick out a toy at the store, and I'd bring like a Barbie doll instead of a Tonka truck.
Okay, a Tonka truck. I forgot about Tonka trucks.
But but I started living full time as a woman when I started taking cosmetology in high school.
Okay.
And so I was on cosmetology college, like the college campus half the day, and then my high school the other half the day.
Okay.
So, after.
So tell me this. Tell me your first moment that you was like, screw it. I'm not going to try to be a boy or a man. I'm coming out with a full-blown dress. My hair is going to be out. I'm putting on makeup. What was that moment like when you was like, screw it?
Well, I grew up in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina, which is a really, really small town.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even know what transgender was, really.
Okay.
And so I had a friend that was, she moved from the school in Charlotte.
Okay.
And so I met her, and I figured out what trans was. And I remember I went to her house one weekend, and she did my makeup, and I put on, one of her dresses, and I was like, this is who I am. And so I think I was a junior in high school.
Okay.
When I was like, you know what? Started wearing my bra to school. I slowly started wearing makeup to school.
Okay.
I didn't just come in one day with
the whole
and
like blow. You didn't do that.
No.
So you did like a slow integration
but,
of
mother
change.
was very accepting of it.
Okay. So let me ask you this: did you tell your mom, or she always knew, or
my mom and my grandma's my one grandma always said, Hope's different. She's different. Gotta love her just a little bit more than the rest. So my mom always knew, and when I came out as being first I just came out as being gay because I knew I liked boys, and then when I found out what trans was, then I told my mom, and my mom was fine with it. She just I joke around with people and say she was fine with me being trans. She just didn't like how slutty I dressed.
Okay.
But she was the best mother someone like me could have in a small town like that. She
but
still is an amazing mother.
But your dad wasn't feeling it.
My stepdad, he's just a very quiet man anyway. So he just
so not your dad's your stepdad.
Yeah, my stepdad, he was always in the picture, and he was real.
Okay.
He was cool about it, but my mother was amazing.
Okay. Wow. So how do you deal with being a transgender and living on the streets? Like, are you targeted more, or how is that? Is it harder?
In certain ways.
In what way?
When I first got out here, I tell people I went from the suburbs to Sugar Creek. You go from this spoiled household to boom, people call it the trenches, you know.
Yeah.
So when I got out here, I was not that street smart at all. You know, I was just, everybody just said school little white girl, you know. So I was targeted for that reason, you know.
So you came out here acting bougie, in other words.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my
I
gosh.
came out here in stripper heels and a dress and extensions.
And you was like, I'm about to rock this. And they're like, slow down.
Yep.
There's respect you have to earn out here.
As a girl, yes. For about a month out here, you know, I was punked, you know, people, you know, were really hard on me, you know.
What did they do?
Girls were real catty towards me.
Really? So you have to deal with the women and the men?
Yes, because I mean, you know, I do what I do to survive out here.
So you, in other words, you're taking other people's clients or something?
Yes.
What do you do?
I don't try to. I'm just me. I just walk around and men are men and men want men want. And you know, if they stop me, I don't ask. You know, who is your, you know, I just do what I got to do to survive. And you know, other girls.
Or do you get a lot of clients?
Yes, ma'am.
Really? Hold on. So let's talk about this for a minute, because you know how people are so judgmental, and they want to point fingers and they want to la 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 la, but then you have so many clients.
In the dark of the night, you would be surprised how many men get down.
And they are married men and.
Oh yes, ma'am. Married men.
Policemen.
Yes, ma'am. The police out here get down too.
Men of the cloth that you know of, like you know, like pastors.
Yes, I've been with pastors. I've been with lawyers. I've been with people like senator. I've been with the senator ones. I post too online. So you know, I've been with rappers. I've been with you know, I've been.
You've been with rappers? Oh wow.
Basketball players.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's.
And how do they?
I can't say who they are. You know, in those situations, you do have to sign. You know, they did make me sign disclaimers. Even.
Oh, so you get with people that they make you sign an NDA?
Yes.
Are you serious? Wow. So how did they? I mean, so what was the worst experience you had? Being on the streets.
Like I said, I was very, you know, I came out here and I was like, okay, it's just Sugar Creek, you know.
I'm gonna do your full workout because you did this.
You I'm in heels, but you know, I was in heels all night last night, so I had to give a break.
All right.
You know, the things that you see in movies and hear about on the news, you don't think is going to happen to you.
But it's really like that.
The first week out here, you know, I was dumb and got in the car with, you know, three guys.
Oh my gosh.
And
you weren't scared. You saw a car with 3 men and that didn't scare you? You didn't say pass.
Like I said, the other girls out here were very catty towards me. So they didn't tell me, don't get in a car with more than 1 man.
Yeah.
Don't do this, don't do that. I had to, because they just were trying to run me off. They wanted me to get scared and run back, you know, and not be out here.
Right. All right, so I can't remember where we stop off at because it's so freaking hot, y'all. But what about the human trafficking you just said? Hold on, no, back up. You said one of your clients bought you an iPhone?
Yes, I do. Like I said, I do post online.
You post online. What does that mean?
It's like Skip the Games, Mega Personals. You post ads, and then the men hit you up off of there.
Okay, what made you know to go online?
I've been posting, like, I started posting when Craigslist and Backpage was popular.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just because that's just what trans girls do. I mean, you know, a lot of trans women, you know, working girls, and so I started doing that. Well, then, you know, and then being into the drugs, you know, a lot of girls tell you about the, you know, the online thing, and then for a trans woman posting online, you know, out here on the block, I'm either getting around the same, or maybe sometimes even a little bit less than the real girls. But online, I'm getting off gate, I'm getting a triple, double what the normal girls are making online.
Really? Okay, so and why did they give you an iPhone?
Well, he was, this man had it like that. I mean,
but he had a family and stuff too.
I don't ask questions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm very discreet.
There you go.
You know, I don't ask questions. I don't even ask their name, just because I know how, especially the straight men are with the, you know, seeing the trans women.
Right.
You know, so when he was leaving, there was a situation with another girl. We were supposed to do a play with me, him, and another girl. Okay. And she just bailed after she got her money. Okay. And so I stayed and made it right, because this is my job. This is how I eat. So, you know, I'm going to make my face good, you know, because I'm all about a repeat client.
Okay.
And so when he was leaving, he was like, you know, thank you for really, you know, making up for what she did. And he said, you know, how do I get a hold with you? And how do I get a hold of you? And I said, well, I don't have a phone at the moment. And he said, well, stay right here. He came back and brought me an iPhone 11 XR.
He had an iPhone on hand? I'm stuttering and stuff.
I don't know. I didn't ask questions.
You was like, honey, I just got the phone, honey.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yep. And
I'm asking too many questions. That's why I can never do this kind of job. So, I'm too nosy.
And yeah, he gave me the phone, and I, of course, you know, very thankful for it.
Right. Wow, that's one heck of a tip.
Yeah. Well, he did. Yeah, he paid and got me a phone. Yeah. $1,000 for 30 minutes.
Hold on, yo. So how much you made?
$1,000 for 30 minutes, and all he wanted to do was snort drugs off my beautiful ass.
Yeah. So how much does that your going rate usually?
Oh no. I mean, I wish.
But he was just that generous.
Yes, he was that generous.
Oh wow.
You know, I don't. Of course, online, you know, I don't really like to post my prices.
Right.
Because
just in case.
Donations, excuse me, not prices, donations.
Right.
I don't take money for sex. But the you know, because some guys you ask, you know, how much donation do you have? Some guys may only have 20. Some guys might have 2,000. You know, so you don't want to tell a guy with $2,000 that you'll take $20.
Hold on. So you kind of sniff out, see what the money is like, and then you set your price. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
so tell me about
for a long time.
Okay. So tell me about the human trafficking you were mentioning.
Yes, human trafficking is real.
Yes.
I never thought that would happen to me. I didn't even think it was really a real thing. I thought they just, you know, talked about it in the news to make movies.
Hold on. So you got human trafficked at one time, or you just seen it, or what?
It was an attempt.
Okay.
I was set up to.
How old were you?
I don't have it in gold written out, but I'm putting two and two together. Supposedly, I was working Woodlawn for a little bit, the block on Woodlawn.
Okay.
And people kept telling me, you know, be careful. You know, they're selling girls out of Rock Hill, which was just a few exits down.
Right.
They're snatching girls off Woodlawn and taking them to Rock Hill.
Are you serious?
And so a few weeks after that, you know, I'm working the block, and I've been out here for a year now, and I'm used to Sugar Creek. Woodlawn's slow compared to here.
Right.
So I just noticed, I pay attention to very little details. I've learned to, you know, you got to have eyes in the back of your head out here. And I noticed the block was just not right. But like, there was one night I went in the room with my friend without making $1 that night because things were just so
weird,
so uneasy.
You're right. He was like, I just want to walk away with my life.
Yes, when you have that gut feeling out here on the block, take your ass inside.
Yeah.
Because all money's not good money.
Right.
You know, and it's not worth your life.
Okay.
You know, and so, I mean, there was no other reason. It couldn't have been anything else but human trafficking.
And so when he walked up to you, said something to you, or what? Or was it a group in a white van, or how did it work?
It was the whole block. Like it wasn't just one person.
Okay.
It was multiple people that were. I mean, it was a setup. I mean, they were watching. Like they had people watching. They had people on phones. You know, watching me. Like, come on, it was Woodlawn. I'm not trying to be graphic, but you had no dealers out selling anything. There's no other girls working, and every homeless person out there all of a sudden has a working phone. And is everywhere I go, they're watching me and on the phone.
Yeah, screw that.
Something's not right, you know.
Right.
And then I have guys riding around that I've never seen before, just watching me, and I know the difference between watching me and thinking about picking me up.
Right.
You know. So
so your instincts are pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So tell me about your substance misuse. Like, what do you drown? A lot of times people use drugs to kind of escape, like a trauma or difficulty in their lives. Is it something you just like doing it, or are you just escaping?
I struggled with drugs for a long time. On and off. You know, I started out with heroin.
Oh, you use heroin.
And no, I started off with heroin.
Okay.
And you know that got bad, and you know I had you know a different couple of times of clean time. And the last time I was clean, I was doing really good.
Okay.
And living with my mother.
Okay.
And I can't pin this on her. You know, I can't blame this on her at all. But I simply got caught up in a lie. And you know, she told me I had to leave because of that.
Okay. And so she had to show you some tough love.
Yes.
Do you still get along with your mother now? Do y'all still talk or anything?
Excuse me. The last time I saw my mother, she pulled up on me on the block. I was
Okay.
working.
Your mom pulled up on you?
Yes.
It says what? Get your butt in the car. Let's go home.
No, I heard the car pull up behind me, and I was going to turn around.
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Hey, baby, do you want a date?" And it was my mother.
Oh, God. Hold on. All right. We're back again. Sorry, my car, we in a car this time. Hell, we got to get this done. And so your mom was showing you love, and she ended up buying everyone on the block some burgers, gave you some money, didn't give you the Ugg boots you wanted, but gave you, that's so funny. And so how did your relationship work after that point?
She she just basically was like, she's having to show me tough love. And,
Yeah.
I understand it, and I respect it, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't have kids or anything like that. So my mother has always been my world. I love that woman to death. So more than anything in the world.
Yeah.
And just not, especially being out here on the block, like the things that happen to you, like the rapes and the, all that stuff.
Have you ever been raped before?
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
Multiple times. Yeah.
When was the first time you've been raped?
The first week I was out here, Tom Hunter, I was getting raped by 3 guys.
Who, you?
Mm-hmm.
By 3 men?
Yeah. And I came back to the block, was crying, like all distraught,
Yeah.
And this girl was like, honey, get used to it.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just got raped. And getting raped became just a typical Tuesday night.
Are you serious?
You have to block stuff like that out.
So they didn't kill you, thank God, but
No,
that took so much out of you though. By 3 men? How long did they hold you for?
Just so they were done. They let me go. But you can't let it, you can't let stuff like that get you down, you know what I mean?
Okay. I just don't understand.
Just like a lot of these guys, have really sick fetishes, like,
what's the weirdest fetish, the sickest fetish you had to participate in?
not saying any names, but this guy pulls up and he says he likes to role play.
Oh,
and he always
that never ends well.
It's basically just us fooling around and him, like, he like talks out this story in his head, and it always involves like a young girl. Like one time he said he was this bus driver and he passed this little girl's stop.
Okay.
And she said, "Where are we going, sir?" And he was like, but it involved an underage girl.
Okay.
And in my mind, I'm about to throw up. But I told one of the girls about it. She's like, "Girl, you're so sick. Why do you participate in that?" And I was like, "You know what? Because I would rather him act it out with me than to him go find an underage girl and ruin her for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? I can handle shit like that.
That's the way to think
about it. A girl like
it.
that, it would ruin her for the rest of her life, So I would much rather him come play that out with me than to hurt somebody else,
Have you ever been in love?
Been in love?
Yeah. You act like love. What's that?
I have.
Yeah.
But love doesn't anyway, because I love too hard, and I give way more love than the person ever could imagine loving me, And girls like me, I tell people all the time, girls like me don't fall in love, We're just seen as a 2 a.m. booty call, a fetish, a fantasy,
Right.
A good time.
Do you want a normal, loving relationship? You're so mentally and emotionally blocked that you can't even comprehend like genuine love, right?
I can, because in this line of work, I've always been the other woman. I've always been, I always see how shysty and how sneaky men can be.
Yeah.
So I will never be able to fully trust a man, like enough to like marry him and to commit my life to him,
Wow.
Because I am always like, I'm out here telling these men how to be sneaky and not get caught by their wives. Like I'm the one telling them, how to play the game.
Right.
Because they're like, "Oh, thank you, I don't get caught," and I'm like, "Well, baby, I need my money." You know what I mean? Right. So I'm not trying to mess up my money. You getting caught in your marriage, your marriage ruining. That's not my problem.
Right.
I want my money.
Right.
So it's but I keep my head up out here. You got to. I get down at times,
Yeah. Do you have any mental health issues or anything?
Probably.
But nothing that's been diagnosed?
No, not officially. I mean, I deal with depression really, really bad. And the drugs I do use to mask a lot of the stuff that has happened to me.
How many times do you think you've been raped in your life before?
Now I don't even know.
Is that it's been more than 10 times?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
And you go to one time I went to the police about it, and they don't care. I mean, they don't care. We're nothing but a drug addict, whore, prostitute, you know? Like, we bring it on ourselves type thing, you know?
That's sad.
So you know, it's just something you have to deal with in this line of work, you know? And I've noticed that when you are getting raped, if you just go along with it and act like you're into it, he'll stop.
Oh, really? That's what another lady I met, she said, just comply and it'll be done and over with.
He probably won't even do it. Because the whole thing about rape, it's not about the sexual getting off.
Okay.
It's the control. He has control over you. You're crying. You're desperate. You're, you know, he has the upper hand, you know?
Okay.
Like, kind of like he holds your life in his hands. It's that type of thing that is really what they want.
Yeah.
If you act like you're into it and stuff like that, he'll probably stop and be like, get the fuck out of this thing.
Because now you're the problem, right? Because you're not playing along and making it terrifying.
I was held hostage for 3 days one time in a house, in a trap house. And raped. I was tied face down to a mattress, you know, and I was just raped over and over and over and over.
Really, by one person, or a group of people, or
different guys? You know.
Really?
It was a trap house, so there was people in and out.
Right, trap house, yeah.
So I heard them talking out in the hallway outside the door. He's like, "We got to get rid of it."
Oh my God, it! They call you an it? Like you just a piece of meat that you just throw out when you're spoiled?
Yeah. And
oh my God.
The other guy was like, "Why?" He's like, "Cause when you're fucking it don't fight back anymore. It ain't no fun."
Oh my gosh.
And, you know,
this is sick.
Took me in the backyard, put a gun to the back of my head. And, you know, he said, "You stupid whore, do you have any last wishes?" And, I said, "Honestly?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, if you want my dying wish," I was like, "This sounds stupid, but just let me see my mom. Like, drive by her house. I don't care if you even let me see her walk from her car to in the house. I ain't gotta talk to her, nothing. Just let me see my mama. You can do whatever you want to me." Okay. And I felt the gun, like, get away from the back of my head. I turned around, and the guy had a tear fall down his face.
Oh, gee. The guy with the gun?
And, I just looked at him, and, like, we made eye contact, and he was like, "Run." And, I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Hurry up, stupid whore, before someone thinks I'm too pussy enough to kill your ass." Oh. And, I ran. I got away.
Wow. How long ago was this?
That was before I left, I got picked up by a pimp. That's how I got to Woodlawn. I have so many stories.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some series on you.
Yeah. But, it was about maybe 4-ish, 5 months ago.
Oh my, this has happened. So, what are your hopes and dreams? I mean, you're still so young. You're beautiful. You're funny. You're really enjoyable to be around. You know?
I really don't know anymore. I mean, and I don't say that just, you know, I try to be down on myself. I really don't. Like, I don't know. I joke around and tell everybody my hopes and dreams are, I mean, my dude in the Ferrari pulls up, you know, Pretty Woman type stuff. Right. You know, my plastic surgeon comes along, gives me my body yaddy yaddy.
Body yaddy yaddy.
Yes. But I don't really know. I've learned. I used to have big hopes and dreams. Yeah. But living out here, you really can't, because the things that happen to you out here and the way you get treated sometimes. If you have hopes and dreams, sometimes it feels so far-fetched that you get so depressed that you'll never be able to reach them, you know? So I wake up every day and, you know, I'm like, you know what, whatever happens today is going to happen. I can't control it. Yeah. I don't really know what my higher power is, but there's something up there that has control over the situation. I don't. You know? And whatever's going to happen to me is going to happen to me. And I don't have dreams. I do have dreams. I have hopes. My name's Hope. I have hopes. You know, I have things that I would like to accomplish and see before I die. And, you know, I just want to be happy. Whether that be, you know, I never have a bad, slow, penniless night on the block, you know, or maybe I meet the man of my dreams, settle down, and we move to a mansion in the Bahamas. I don't know. I don't know. What's the most you ever made in a night? The most I ever made in a night, probably about 2,000. That's pretty good. 2,500. And that's from posting. Yeah. And that was just 1 or 2 plays that night. Yeah. But I can make good money.
So what would you do? Let's say you got a hotel room or or any place to stay for like 6 months for free, and was able to talk to a mental health therapist for just once a week. Would that help you in any way?
Yes.
I mean, like, would it be a step? Would you see it as a step towards not being homeless and doing a different lifestyle that's more safe, or would it be just some,
I tell people all the time, having a normal job I would like the security of that. I would like, because out here you can make no money or you can make a bukus of money. You never know what you're going to make out here, You could get robbed right after you get out of a car,
Right, yeah.
So if I had some place to be able to shower for sure every day and like because if I have to be at work at 3, if I can't find anywhere to shower and stuff and get ready, I'm trying to shave my face and do my makeup before 3 o'clock where I gotta be at work. That's a difficult thing out here.
Yeah.
So the stability of having for sure somewhere where I know I'm gonna be able to lay my head at night would be help to be able to commit to having a job and be there at a certain time. And,
right.
Stuff like that.
Would you think you'd be able to work a normal job? It's hard going from $2,500 for 30 minutes to...
I've done it before.
Okay.
When I had that, the last time I got clean, I went to work at Dollar Tree, and I became assistant manager at Dollar Tree within 2 months.
Okay.
I have the work ethic. It's just you have to focus your... It's humbling. Yes, it's very humbling, but you have to weigh out the good and the bad. Yes, my paycheck's not as good, but I don't have to worry about getting a gun put to the back of my head and raped tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about getting robbed tonight. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, but...
Are you addicted to the streets?
God, see, I am, but that addiction could be easily cured.
Okay.
I feel like. Because you're addicted to the streets, but as soon as I came back out here, after I got out of rehab the last time and came back out here, after a day, I was like, yep, I'm over it.
Enough. So what made you come back to the streets after being clean? After rehab, what made you relapse?
Because I didn't have anywhere else to go. I became... last time I got out of rehab, I didn't have, like, a house to stay in, I didn't have...
You couldn't go back to your mom?
No. Like I said, she's showing me tough love.
Oh, okay, got you.
She's got this new house, and she's... even though I'm out of rehab and I'm clean, I've relapsed in the past,
Okay.
And so she didn't trust me enough to stay in that, which is fine. It's completely understandable.
Okay, so every time you have a relapse, so you keep relapsing. You do try, but you just keep relapsing.
Yeah, I've relapsed. Yeah, I have relapsed times in the past. But it gets worse every time. And I feel like I'm very close to just everybody hits their bottom. And it's never been this bad. Like, it's never been this bad. I've had things happen to me in the past. When I would relapse and stuff like that, and things what I thought was hard. But you're not humble till you've ate out of a dumpster.
Oh,
had to shave your face in a public restroom toilet. I mean,
the toilet. Wow. You ate out of a dumpster before?
The first 3 times I did, I cried. When that second snow came through, I slept behind a dumpster under cardboard.
Oh, wow.
You sleep in the woods on blankets with not even a tent around you. You do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You sneak into someone's backyard in the middle of the night to use their water hose to take a shower.
Wow, that is real.
So it's never been this bad. I didn't know it could be this bad. But it is.
So what's the first things you would need to help you get, from point A to working towards a point B? What would be the first thing you need?
Like somewhere to stay, like the stability of having somewhere to stay.
So the stability of a home.
Enough to be able to
collect yourself.
Yeah, not like maybe just like, I'm thankful for any type of hotel stay, but like not just maybe a week, somewhere that I could stay for a while and not have to be in debt as soon as I get my paycheck. So as soon as I get my paycheck, boom, I have to put that all towards the room and then have to struggle for another 2 weeks and get right back in debt.
Right.
Somewhere to stay a little bit long enough to be able to save some money up that way. After that time was up, I would have money to be able to pay a week at a time and then still have some money set back. That way I could either, you know, maybe get an apartment, or, you know, have a down payment on an apartment, or, you know, be able to pay a week at a time at a weekly hotel or something like that, you know, and still keep money in my pocket.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to make happen, because being homeless is trauma. I mean, you're thinking, you know, you're not knowing that you're going to be raped is traumatic.
I was on Sugar Creek when I first came out here, I didn't sleep for 2 weeks, and that was not because of the drugs. It was because I was scared to go to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. Well, I appreciate it so much. This was really, really good, Hope. And like I said, we'll be doing some series.
Look forward to it.
All right. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Thank you.